There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. Holy shit, we're back. Whew.
Sorry about that, folks.
Whew. Yeah. Never tell Necro Nick that Boondock Saints is a bad movie. Oh God! I apologize. I apologize. Yeah. We'll finish you off right now. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
But we never monitor down.
Whew. Okay, so folks, we apologize for that. Our internet sucks arse, as everyone knows. You back up yet?
Yeah, we're back up.
I actually can't see in the picture, dude. Oh, okay. Anyways, where did I leave off? Oh, yeah. So our internet decided to just take a 180 and crap on us, so sorry about that. I'm not sure where we actually left off.
BFG.
Oh, BFG, okay. So, the biological feedback gun. Great, awesome gun.
Doesn't destroy anything other than things that are biological.
Right, so you don't have to worry about any kind of property damage or anything like that. So it's a good weapon to have, I guess. So, we're talking, though, Metal Gear Solid, like I was trying to talk about before. We didn't know when it went down. Somebody wasn't watching the stream. I don't know who that could be.
It's not like I'm scoring a water ball at him or anything.
It was Sir Buzz Killington, the second, Esquire. Anyways, so, I was talking about Metal Gear Solid's weapon of choice for the girl known as Fortune. Handheld railgun. Now, railguns are an awesome idea.
I said Fortune and Fame.
I don't think there was anyone named Fame, though.
I'm joking.
No, I mean, but you gotta remember that. That's kind of the thing with Metal Gear Solid. There could have been someone named Fame.
True.
They just kind of, they set that kind of stuff up all the time, so. Where was it? Oh, yeah, so she carries a railgun, which is basically a bunch of magnetic components that are used to launch a piece of metal at high speeds in a direction that you're facing. Now, we have one of these in the United States. We fired it once, and I can't remember how far it went and how deep it impacted, but it impacted. And it went far. Basically, anything metallic that you can fit into its breech. Boom! And there you go. It's great. So, Juggernaut, think of anything while we were too busy trying to kill each other?
The shorter gun from Time Shift.
Oh, the Shark Gun?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Time
Shotgun?
Shift. The Shark Gun is a futuristic shotgun. But if I remember correctly, instead of it shooting shells and fragments, it actually shot like bunches of bolts and nuts, basically. It was basically like this big, cobbled-together rocket launcher from Fallout 4 or Fallout 3. A great gun, lots of ammunition. You can find it just about anywhere in the game.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay, what do I want to go with next year? Yeah, I took the lightsaber, sure, that's a question.
See, remember when half an hour ago I asked, hey, is everybody ready and had everything planned for this?
Yes, I have a lot up in my mind now.
Then spit one out, Tiny Tim.
I'd love to see the All-American again from, freaking, what was it, Saints Row 4.
Oh, you mean the Gatling gun, assault rifle, pistol, shotgun, knife-throwing, flamethrower, wielding rocket launcher?
Oh, hell yeah.
That only fired assault round bullets?
Yes.
but fired everything else, but only counted for assault round bullets?
Yes.
All right, well, I mean, that's a good one. The only complaint I have with the gun, besides trying to figure out how the assault rifle bolts turn into everything, is it would probably have considerable weight and kickback.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the BFG was an energy projection cannon, so that's not going to have an impact to it. And the shotgun probably has about as much impact as an actual shotgun.
Right.
And let's look at the facts. A laser gun, or a laser blade, nothing. And a railgun, well, the thing about railguns is railguns don't have a kick either. Because all they are is just a magnetic launch pad. If anything, the gun would probably have a problem if you were walking near something like, say, a car. And you turned it on, like, zoom. Oh, crap. Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off! We want to talk about weapons of war, though. Let's go with First Encounter and Reconnaissance, the game, a.k.a. Fear. Fear had a lot of really nifty, devastating guns, including lasers that turned people into skeletons, sniper rifles that shoot out plasma rounds, or little frisbees that you threw and they stuck to walls and stuff that popped out 5.56 millimeter launching autocannons. These are what I'm talking about, folks. If you folks have ever seen my top 10 weapons list, you'll see these guys, I think it's at number 2 or 3 on the list. Imagine just carrying these things on your back. You're about to get into a firefight, you're outnumbered. You wing 2 or 3 of these things out, now they're automatically computer-controlled targeting systems help bring 3 more soldiers to the field. The only way this is ever surpassed is in Borderlands and Borderlands 2, with the actual soldier class being able to drop a turret with a shield around it.
Yep.
The problem is, I don't need to wait for a recharge to throw more of these frisbees. And when I'm done with them, I can just push a button and suck them back up and put them right back on my back. Juggernaut! Necro!
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Chimera.
Going Borderlands here, buddy boy.
Yes, the original Borderlands create a gun that literally shoots, well, it's normally a normal damage gun, but it has a chance to, at random, well, it will always shoot out another element as well as of what it was listed as.
Okay.
So, you know, you could shoot a fire and a corrosive at the same time. Pretty impactable gun. I think it was always explosive,
I believe it was always explosive, but it could fire everything else. What was it? It was an assault rifle, right?
No, that's a freaking pistol.
Oh, yeah.
Or
So it's a
revolver, sorry.
So it's a revolver. Has about 6 to 8 rounds, I believe.
Yes.
But every time you pull the trigger, you're shooting either an explosive bullet, and a bolt that would set you on fire, a bolt that would melt you, a bolt that would electrify you. They didn't have slag in one.
Nope.
So that's about it. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. But let's get down and dirty here and get down to the depths with a little bit of Bioshock. Now, Bioshock has a series of weapons. But I'm not talking about the weapons this time, because according to his rules, they just had to be wieldable by you. So by that, the plasmids from Bioshock kick into play.
Yep.
The plasmids were injections that you stuck into your arm, which means I would never be able to use them because I'm terrified of needles. But, which let you do a million things like electrify somebody or set somebody on fire. Perhaps you want to freeze somebody solid. Perhaps you want to whip them up in the air or take control of their mind. Perhaps you want to leave a landmine on the ground that explodes when they step over it. Or create a copy of yourself and have it go running around like a nutcase being chased after enemies. Or perhaps just bees! Just thousands of bees coming out of your hand and attacking people with bees! Not the bees! Not the bees!
Feel better now?
Wicker Man, yes. Anyway, the plasmids don't just stop there. I believe they're called, I believe in, what was it? Bioshock 1, Bioshock 2, Infinite. Horrible game, by the way. Don't play it. They had tonics, which were basically the same thing. I still call them plasmids. Alright. Jared!
The pitchfork, Borderlands 2.
The pitchfork.
Sniper rifle.
Isn't it the sniper rifle that fires out like 4 bullets?
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Also, to mention, it was also in Borderlands pre-sequel too. Just to throw out there.
We don't talk about the pre-sequel around here.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. Anyways.
We play it.
No, we played it. There's a difference. So, the pitchfork was an interesting sniper rifle. You'd fire it and it would shoot down range. Now, the person you put your target on would get hit by 1 bullet, but there'd be 4 additional bullets coming out in the shape of a pitchfork. Not really accurate, but you could ruin a lot of people's days really quickly.
Yeah.
Necro!
Mr. Mr. Toots.
Okay, I gotta stop you there real quick. Can we really consider Mr. Toots a weapon? I mean, he is a living, talking, breathing creature. I mean, can we call him a weapon?
The destruction it does, yes.
All right, you talk about Mr. Toots. I don't feel comfortable talking about that rainbow diarrhea horse.
Okay, Mr. Toots is from, I believe, Red Faction Armageddon.
I believe that's it, yeah.
We'll have to do some
Juggernaut,
research.
double check real quick. Just
type
in
Mr. Toots.
Red Faction Mr. Toots.
But yes, I believe...
But,
And pretty much what you do is, as this thing looks terrified, as you pull up its tail, it shoots rainbows out its ass that literally you could go in a 360 and destroy anything in fucking sight.
Mr. Toots is quite a terrifying creature, and somebody...
Yeah.
Is that a picture you gotta see? You see him?
Yeah.
Which one's he from?
Red Faction Armageddon.
You were right. Look, just look at the look on his face. Ah!
That's Mr. Toots.
But bringing it back to me, let's not forget about one of the groups we seem to be avoiding. So we've hit video games up pretty hard, and we've hit movies. But what about anime and comic books? Have we hit those yet?
No.
Well, I'm about to hit them. Let's talk about comic books, particularly the DC and Marvel variety. Now, these have tons of characters in them. They have tons of really awesome special weapons and techniques. I'm not talking Wolverine here, okay?
Yeah, I mean, mutant powers is completely different.
Yeah, you can't really wield those. You got to be born with them. So, a plasmid is like a mutant power, but I can stick it in you whenever I feel like it. So, what I'm talking about is things like Dr. Octavius and his 4 tendrils that are... I've seen them be lasers, saws, grippers, climbers. They talk to them.
Or even to throw out there, Spider-Man. I mean, his was only being bitten by a radioactive spider.
Well, yeah, but that's a power.
Right.
Right, that's a mutation. And I don't know about you, but I don't know if I could go down the street and buy radioactive spiders.
Yeah.
But in BioShock, you can walk to any vendor and inject yourself with a tonic.
Sure.
I mean, Doc Ock was one of them. I mean, look at that. If you were a hero and you had those 4 long tendrils, imagine what you could do. I've seen him have the strength to, like, pick up cars and throw them, so obviously they're super strong.
Or throwing out the Green Goblin. I mean, all he was doing was injecting himself with some kind of super serum.
Yep, but he also had the mighty Goblin Glider.
Right, but...
Which doesn't make sense how it flew. Its fuel source didn't make sense. The amount of ammunition and weaponry it carried didn't make sense. But hey, it's a comic book. Who cares, right? We could even look even further into that. Weapons that you can wield. What about Captain America's mighty shield? And when he throws the shield, the enemies must yield.
Hawkeye's bow.
Well, yeah, Hawkeye's bow. That's another one.
Would you consider Iron Man's armor?
Yes and no. See, Iron Man's armor is a suit of weaponry. However,
It's not.
you can wield it, but you don't wield it as a traditional weapon. It would be more of an armor.
Yeah.
And of course, according to Necro Nick, no mechs.
Yeah.
Because if that were the truth, I'd just be mentioning things like the Timberwolf, the Blood Asp, the Ravens from Armored Core, Sam Hain, exactly, the Angel, the Evangelions, the Gundams. I mean, I could start an entire list of just mechs. In fact, I used to watch nothing but mech anime, so I'm not even going to get into that.
Thor's hammer.
But Thor's hammer can only be wielded
By the worthy.
by the worthy, so you might not be able to wield it.
But it still technically could be wielded.
Well, yes, but once again, the rules are it has to be wieldable by you.
Or how about the Infinity Gauntlet?
Oh, there's a terrifying thing. But let's stop looking at DC. Or sorry, Marvel. Let's look at DC. Let's look at the biggest gadget user on the planet, Batman.
Batman!
Okay, well, but beyond the fact that the Batarangs and Batstars actually aren't capable of performing the tasks that they show they can in the movies, due to them being clunky and aerodynamically fucked and everything like that, but hey, it's a comic book. We're done with that. The grappling hook, which was actually proven by the Mythbusters to be a plausible weapon. Smoke pellets that are possible. Remote-controlled batarangs.
Yep.
That sticky gel that he sprays in the shape of a bat and then detonates. Those are all cool things. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure some of them are based off of real-world weapons.
Right.
But those are some really cool gadgets. And let's talk about the Green Arrow. Who can anyone not say boxing glove arrow? That's the funniest thing ever, just in case you want to punch somebody from really far away. Boom!
But how aerodynamic is
Oh, they already proved that thing's aerodynamic. Be like, first of all, his bow is specially designed. We don't know how far back the pull on it is. I mean,
Poundage.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like, they pull back a 70-pound bow, like, oh my god, my arm's gonna break off. But some Olympic stars are pushing like 200-300-pound bowstrings. So if you have one of those and you pull back a boxing glove arrow, sure, its aerodynamics is gonna be crap, but when you smack somebody in the face with it with a 200-pound bowstring behind it, it's gonna hurt.
I'm gonna throw out anime quick.
Okay.
7 Deadly Sins. Imagine wielding some of their weapons.
It's not their weapons, though, it's their power.
True.
That's where the problem comes in. But then, of course, there's weapons like in Inuyasha. His, is it Tetsaiga?
Yeah.
I believe it is. That thing is just a massive weapon of mass destruction. And it's wieldable because multiple characters have wielded it.
Or, to throw out there, if you do become part of the Soul Society, you could have your own Bankai and shit.
Oh, yeah, the Soul Society, because multiple characters can wield
From
them.
Bleach.
From the Bleach anime, of course. Of course, there's also the cursed swords that are used in One Piece that are always just badass. Of course, let's also talk about the guns from Hellsing. I'll give a shout out to every type of firearm in that movie, series, and anime. And Ghost in the Shell. Oh, too soon. Too soon, Kyle. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to bring up that train wreck this early in the day. That was a weapon on its own. Folks, if you want to know how to kill fans of anime or comic books, just ask Michael Bay or whoever directed Ghost in the Shell. They can instantaneously show you what a weapon of mass destruction is. All right? But let's look into another movie here. Here's a movie that I'll throw out to you guys, and I want to see how you guys feel about it. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Okay?
It's Leviosa.
Leviosa. The thing about Harry Potter is the fact that the wands channel magic and allow them to do unbelievable amounts of things. Force fields, fireballs, teleportation. These are all things they can do from learning and then using their wands.
Yep.
That's an amazing... There's an item, it's a stick. But with this stick, the amount of shit I can do to you.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it makes the SCW 20 look bad. Like, in case you guys don't know, look at my top 10 list. It's number 2 on the list. You'll see. Oh, jeez. Moving on to other wonderful weapons of mass destruction, if you will. Let's go back into a game that we haven't actually touched on, but we probably should. The game's called Resistance. It was a good game. The entire series was great. It didn't get the kind of praise that I really wish it did because it was a wonderful thought process. But in Resistance, you got a hold of something called the Auger. AUGER. The Auger is an assault rifle that fires a radioactive bullet. Well, the Auger's special ability is if you push a button, it deploys a shield around you that can block all incoming damage, except for other Auger bullets. Man, you drop yourself in the middle of a battlefield with that, and if nobody has an Auger around you just I'm gonna take a nap, guys. You keep going.
I'm gonna throw out a weapon from a game that Kyle does not approve of, named Destiny.
Oh no. Oh no.
It is called the Gallahorn. Now, the Gallahorn is pretty much like a normal rocket launcher until its special ability comes in. It fires off a single round, and then it hits and then has what they call Wolfpack rounds, which are little rounds that will home into any target that's within the general vicinity. It's a pretty badass gun. It could wipe out multiple people in 1 or 2 shots. Kyle?
Yes?
Put the plate down.
Alright!
No, back in the sheath.
We don't talk about Destiny in this house.
Yes, we do.
I don't want to jinx the new game. I don't want to jinx it. The original Destiny, completely off subject here, but the original Destiny was a hand-thrown-together game where they took out 90% of the shit and just said, this is what we're giving you. Enjoy it. It was garbage. It's going to remain garbage. And may whoever created it have boils on their ass for the next 3 weeks. But I have a fictional weapon for you that's very strange, but I wish it was real. Oh, damn it. It's falling apart over here. Give me 2 seconds. Ugh.
He's not as smart as we like him to be sometimes.
Necro, shut your whore mouth.
I don't have a whore mouth.
That's the only thing you have.
No.
So we've been talking about fictional weapons for a while now. But how about a fictional weapon that we kind of have a toy version of? What about something like a Nerf gun? Now, you look at a Nerf gun and say to yourself, well, it's just a gun. But, for instance, this guy right here, it's part of the modular set. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, it's got an extendable stock. Oh, wait, I don't like that. Let's take that off. Let's see here. Ah, look, it's got a bipod. You know what? How about take the bipod off? We don't need the scope. We're going close range on this sucker. Yeah, let's take this part off too. Hey, it's just a pistol. Oh, but what the hell? Why not? Let's just add this to it, you know. Now the thing is that there are modular weapons, for instance, the XM8 that does exist, and the United States just said it's garbage, so we're not going to use it. But there are some Nerf guns out there that are just amazing-looking weapons that would be awesome if they were real weapons. For instance, Necro has the closest thing to the Gears of War... Oh, what was it called? The
Lancer.
The closest thing to a Lancer you're going to get. It's a gun with barrels on the edges of the chainsaw, and the chainsaw taking on the center mass. I mean, I'm not going to say I'd want to use a Lancer, because a Lancer means I have to be close to a bad guy. And I don't want to be close to a bad guy in a fight. I'm sorry, ex-military, the one thing we've learned is you don't want to be near the bad guy.
Well, remember, it is an assault rifle after all.
Well, so right.
That's just meant for if you do. It kind of replaces your knife.
All right, I'll give it that. Do we got anything going on our channel there? Anybody pop in to say hi?
No.
One of these days, they didn't fail us. They just don't know.
I said sub.
Oh, yes, subliminally. He's probably at home just starting on his own channel. Subliminal Games, go check it out, folks. We're going to make the call out there. And yes, before you ask, yes, that is a New York Giants banner on the background. I am a fan. He is not.
49ers.
He's a 69ers fan.
40.
60.
9,
Anyways.
40.
And then we have a Dolphins fan over there.
Yep.
What the was that?
My attempt at making Dolphins.
I hurt! It sounds like you're being beaten with a shoe.
A horse.
Don't judge me.
Oh, excuse me. Oh. But we could go into even further things. How about we go with a weapon that's really off the freaking beaten path? A weapon that, like, no one really looks at and says, hey, I want that weapon. Do you know any about those weapons? I know about those weapons. Let's go for a game that Necro Nick will eventually play from Bloodborne. Now, I cannot remember the name of the weapon offhand, but it's in the DLC, and basically, it's a parasitic tentacle that attaches to your hand.
Okay.
And then you can just use it to whip and bludgeon enemies to death. No one ever looks at that kind of stuff. How about a tower shield that you can shield bash somebody with? Offense and defense. Or what about just a plain rock? Oh wait, those are realistic. Sorry.
Also, if you're picking up Dwayne Johnson being...
Well, actually, technically that is a real weapon.
True.
I mean, not only while you're swinging it, but once you let him go, he's probably going to come after you.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up, you're not going to win that fight. I'm sorry. Let's see, what were some other good ones? Let's look at Half-Life. Now, Half-Life has been... Okay, I'm going to be the first one to admit it. Half-Life 3 will never happen. All right, Half-Life 3 will never happen just simply because it's been so long since Half-Life 2. So long. But the weapons are still there. Let's talk about the gravity gun.
Yeah.
So the gravity gun is a large contraption. It takes 2 hands to fire, but what it does is it basically manipulates the gravity around an object. So you could pick up something like, say, an explosive barrel and hurl it at somebody, or a giant buzzsaw, or a corpse. It's all great. In Fallout 3, we're introduced to the Rock-It launcher, which is a device that you can shove full of garbage that you pick up on the ground and then hurl it at your opponent at high speed. It's never funnier than decapitating a Deathclaw with a teddy bear. Okay. Now, decapitation requires the bullet to be able to penetrate and rip through all the muscles, and this thing smacks them in the face and rips their head off. So the speed and power behind the rocket launcher launching a teddy bear at that velocity means that you cannot run out of ammo. It's impossible. You will never run out of ammo with a gun like that. Or the shish kebab, which is basically a lawnmower blade. I believe like a lawnmower blade. I believe some kind of engine and like lighter fluid. Basically, it basically is just a sharp, fiery stick of doom. But we can go even further than that.
I was gonna throw out Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, that's where I was actually about to go.
Oh, nice.
That's where I was actually going. Yeah. Ratchet and the Clank, on the other hand, brings the whole level of weird weapons to your mind. Now, the Dubstep Gun, that's weird, all right? And the All-American, that's really weird. But nothing beats the Disco Gun.
Nope.
I shoot it up in the air, it explodes, all the enemies start dancing, and then they dance themselves to death. Huh. Or about the what's the vacuum suck?
I think so.
The vacuum suck, which is a gun that actually just sucks things into this giant shredder and just basically just devours them in front of you. It would be like holding Kirby in front of you. Only not quite as lethal, because if Kirby gets bored, he might turn and eat you.
Yeah.
But how about another one? Now, this one's going to go kind of in the hand-to-hand of fictional in multiple levels. How about the Monkey King staff?
Ooh.
Now, this has been featured in anime, movies, comic book series, video games, and lore. The Monkey King or the Monkey King staff. That's commented on. Are we still there, Judd?
Yeah.
Okay. Because somebody commented on a video that I'm tagged in, so I must not know what that is. So, anyways, the Monkey King staff was a weapon designed by the gods themselves and given to the Monkey King. The weapon itself is a red rod with a golden top and bottom topper. Now, these have been described as anything from just flat bells to pictures of monkeys' faces to clouds, you name it. But the staff itself could be wielded by more than just one person. Its special abilities were it could increase its weight to whatever weight you needed it to be, increase its width, size, strength, speed, durability. It couldn't be broken. So you could basically just grab it and just go power pull extend, which is what Goku would say, and just have it launch out to about a mile, and you'd still be able to wield it.
Yep.
And you could just swing it and just clobber everything within range. I cannot remember the name of it now, but it was a fan. It's from, I want to say, Chinese myth or Japanese myth. But it was a fan that allowed you to literally control the strength of winds. You could have the winds that could rip trees out of the ground, or winds that could just silence people, winds that could cut people. The wind sorceress Kaga from Inuyasha was based off of it. It was an actual weapon, and basically what it did is it just changed and controlled the wind forces. Yeah, you go and show me what weapon we're designing right now that controls the wind. Anybody?
Nope.
No? Didn't think so. But we could go even further than this. Let's look, instead of weapons that could be wielded, that weapons that are designed to be wielded properly.
Yeah.
For instance, let's look at the Mega Buster from Mega Man. I know what you're saying, but that's only ever used by Mega Man. Actually, no, the Mega Buster is actually used by 90% of the Robot Masters. Mega Man just has the best top line of them all. Flash Man uses it, Pharaoh Man uses it, they're all the same designed weapon.
Yeah.
It's a hand cannon that shoots out plasma rounds. Now, in case you guys don't know what plasma is, it's the gas, liquid, solid. Oh no, it's the fourth. It's the fourth state of matter. Plasma basically turns whatever hits it into frickin' dust. So if you're hit with a plasma round, you're not getting back up.
Nope.
And this thing just keeps firing them. It has unlimited ammo for some reason. I don't know why they designed it like that, but it is. And then we go even further. Because of the fact that they're programs that can be downloaded, any one of the weapons that the master robots use are weapons that could be considered usable. For instance, Metal Man's blades, which are specifically designed to cut through just about anything there is.
Yep.
We could go even further with that. We could say things like Bubble Man's steel bubbles that, for some strange reason, don't ask me why, but for some strange, ungodly reason, have the ability to just take whatever you throw at them and just bounce it off. Or Leaf Man's Leaf Shield. Which, let's just face facts here. Leaf Man's Leaf Shield is not exactly what one would consider a great weapon. But for some strange and odd and terrifying reason, it can block everything from fire to electricity to bullets, and then you just throw it at the enemy and kill them. These are some wacky weapons.
Yeah.
Snake Man, search snakes, will just follow you around and bite you and explode. How about Bomberman's Bomber Gauntlet?
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, Jared, how big do you want your bomb? Bigger, bigger, bigger. All right. How about the Green Lantern's ring?
Yeah.
Now, while it says that it'll only go for someone who's worthy of it, I have seen Batman be given the Green Lantern's ring, and I have seen the Green Lantern's ring be used in such incredible ways by Batman. So I think I can consider the Green Lantern's ring to be usable.
Yeah.
To a certain point. I could never have the ring because my mind works in terrible, terrible ways. For instance, hey, I'm going to use the ring to create a giant baseball bat. No, I'm going to create the ring to create millions and millions of tiny microscopic robots that are going to land on you and tear your flesh from your body. Are we still going?
Yep.
Alright, just making sure. I got to be careful because I don't have it playing on mine right now, so.
One weapon I'd love to have is the Zorg ZF-1
The Zorg ZF-1?
from Fifth Element.
Oh, yeah, the Zorg ZF-1. Almost forgot about that one. Nice picture of Necro's butt. Oh, yeah, ladies, he's still single. Come on, strip show. Let's do this. Woo! Come on! Let's get some viewers. Woo! Do you want me to play some music in the background? Jared, look up some stripper music real quick.
All right.
Get that playing. Here we go, folks. Here come the views. Here come the views. Oh, he's whiter than... Oh, God! Oh, put it back on. Oh, my eyes! My eyes are so white. Oh, it's a weapon. It's a weapon. Oh, biological warfare. My eyes.
Okay, stop attacking.
I can't see. Oh, he is. Oh, it is so bright white.
You're whiter than me.
Wow. The funniest thing is, the light is just shining.
Yeah, you didn't get to see what it looked like. You were like, oh, it was blinding. It was blinding light. All right. Anyways, so more fictional weapons that you can't just drive around, but are still awesome. Like I said from the beginning, if you look at Star Wars, some of the most eerie weapons exist in that series, and they really don't explain them. Like the Vibro Blade. Okay, that's a metal sword, but somehow it can block a lightsaber. Something with how it vibrates is supposed to be able to block the energy or something. I don't know. It's a piece of metal, but if I can use it to block a lightsaber, that's one less person I got to worry about in this world. Would you consider kryptonite to be a weapon?
Sure.
Kryptonite's a deadly weapon too, if you think about it. But you know what's a really dangerous weapon, and people might not look at it? Wonder Woman has it. The lasso of truth.
Yeah.
Not only is this near indestructible, and of course if she's wielding it, she's gonna you're gonna get ribs broken, okay? That's it. But you are forced to tell the truth. Sorry, folks, a lot of people just can't do that, and it's painful. I got several ex-girlfriends that go for that side. Oh! I shot and I fired. Stop playing with your nipples. Anyways. What about Mario Brothers? What about the Tanuki suit? Not only can I fly in it and smack you with my tail and wound you somehow, I can turn into a stone statue. Or the Hammer Brothers suit, which basically makes me immune to anything as long as I'm ducking.
Or star power.
Or the Megastar, which gives you 10 seconds of invincibility where you just kill whatever you touch. I really wish One Punch Man's gloves counted, but they don't. It's actually One Punch Man.
Yeah.
And Genos' arms are implanted, so I don't think those count either. Alright, but, you know, we can move into more and more weapons of mass destruction. Here's one that not a lot of people might think of. I choose you, Charmander.
Yep.
Yeah, the Pokemon themselves. I mean, yeah, they're...
Or to throw out there Digimon as well.
Well, you see, the problem with that is Digimon aren't actually wielded.
True.
See, Digimon are like your partner. They're like the guy sparring with you. But Pokemon will just sit there and look stupid unless you give them a command.
Right.
Except for Pikachu because he breaks the laws of every Pokemon. But anyway, you know, you're walking around, you got 6 balls on your hip, and they can contain things like dragons that can melt rocks with their breath, or a metal psychic creature that his brain works faster than 9 supercomputers. Perhaps a dragon that is actually the personification of Pokemon World Satan. Because that sounds like a great thing. Or how about dragons that control space and time?
Or how about a friggin' big-ass turtle that has friggin' bazookas that shoot fucking water?
Giant hydro cannons. Oh yeah, let's send a bunch of 10-year-olds out into the world with these things, and nothing bad happens. How about an orb that's special ability is to explode? Ay! How about creatures that can control your mind, or fear, or your dreams, or your nightmares? They're all there, folks, and all you need to do is throw a fucking ball at them and catch them.
Yep.
I'm being honest. You have a weapon of mass destruction in your pocket. And it can be big or small. Look at Pikachu. Pikachu's what, this big? Like this big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the ability to create lightning strong enough to shoot a blimp out of the sky. You could have him run into an airport and just begin frying everything. And it just gets...
Pikachu? I don't like that.
Yeah. Pikachu, that plane, bring it down. Pikachu, and then blows him out of the sky. You ever notice there's no planes going around? I wonder why. Because there's giant taloned birds of prey the size of fucking ocean liners tearing them out of the sky, or a pissed off reptile in the atmosphere who suddenly decides, that plane's too loud, I'm just going to nuke it from here. And speaking of nuking, have you ever heard some of the freaking some of the things the Pokedexes say about these Pokemon? Machamp has the ability to turn a mountain into dust. How do you find that out? How many Machamps are there? Is this the reason you don't see a lot of mountains in the Pokemon world? Because Machamps just try to destroy them all? Or how about when Gyarados goes on a rampage, he can freaking flip islands? Oh yeah. My 10-year-old son just got a Gyarados, and I'm not worried at all. How about Muck, a creature that's so poisonous even his footsteps can kill you? Just slide him down a pipe. Biological warfare at its best. Digimon takes that to a fucking 11. With characters whose special abilities include, and I'm quoting here, the Armageddon virus, the Doomsday Bomb, the Planet Eater. First of all, how do you know these moves can do these things? How do you know this weapon? I live in the digital world, okay? My attack will eat the entire world. How do you know? Did you try it out already? Was there another digital world that I don't know about? Is there a digital fucking Venus? How do I not know about this stuff?
True.
And then you have the one guy, what's his name? It's like this big Leviathan has the ability to just drink all the water in the ocean if he feels like it. How does he know he can do it? Because when he talks about it, he sounds very prideful about it. He's like, I could just drink all the water in the ocean right now. It's like, why? How do you know? You have a serious problem, sir. And you really need to get it checked out. I'm sorry, sir, but we can't talk anymore. I gotta go somewhere. I feel very, very afraid for my life. I mean, yes, you can't wield Digimon, but their strength is immense.
Oh, yeah.
And if you took the claws out of not riding them, I mean, there's things like Zoids, too.
Yeah.
And Zords. Oh, and by the way, the Power Rangers versus the Voltron was bullshit. It was literally bullshit. Because they were allowed to use all their weapons they were allowed to use, and the Power Rangers were only allowed to use their mech.
But speaking of battles, I'm gonna throw out a personal favorite from Ruby.
Oh, Ruby. Okay. Anime series. Go.
The puppeteer woman that has the thread that goes out of her hands. That's amazing.
Are you talking about Ruby or are you talking Naruto?
No, I'm talking about Ruby.
Okay, I must not have seen that episode yet.
It's later on. I think it's second season.
Well, yes, I think I've seen her in the previews. Well, you can also look at the same thing from Hellsing, the butler.
Oh, yeah.
Who has those fiber cables that he can just... And there's just blood everywhere. By the way, has anyone ever seen a more bloody anime than that other than possibly Berserk? Or Basilisk? Because I really haven't.
I don't think so.
Even Akira isn't as bloody as that anime is. I mean, the death count on that anime just keeps rising every 10 seconds.
Wow.
It's up there with Deadpool.
Oh, speaking of Deadpool, while it's not a weapon, I would like his infinite fanny pack.
That is true, but I will like the Vibarian swords.
No, the Carbordanium sword.
Yes.
The cardboard anium sword. I just need to point out the fact that the word cardboard is actually in the name. That has the ability to just stop all forms of healing on any wound it makes. That's scary. That's very scary. On a scale of 1 to keep that thing away from me, I don't want to cut myself by accident, it's definitely on the level 13 scale. Speaking of levels, what about the Noisy Cricket?
Yeah.
From Men in Black.
Yeah.
It's a keychain. It's like this big. You can blow a hole through a building with it.
It has a kickback.
Oh, it has a hell of a kickback. I don't think a 50 caliber Beretta has a kickback like that.
No.
Or what were we talking about? The one from Fifth Element? The
Zorg ZF1.
The Zorg ZF1. Oh, yes. How about a weapon that tracks you? Every single bullet. How about one that shoots darts and has freezing gas and flamethrowers and nets and explosive rounds? It's like the magic school bus for your hand. And from the look in its design, it could probably be used as a personal shield, too.
Yeah.
Or you can just bash someone in the face with it.
Well, you can do that with just about anything, though. I mean, I could bash you in the face with a can of Coke. It doesn't make that a weapon. I mean, at that point, it is a weapon. But after I pop it out and drink it, it is no longer a weapon. I do not condone the drinking of caffeine products. I haven't drank any caffeine products in a while. Except for the sheepy.
He's not a caffeine product.
But he's a weapon! Oh, he's a weapon.
No, he's not.
He's a weapon of mass destruction. Watch. Look how cute he is. Smile, damn you. Smile. Heathen! See? It's a weapon of mass destruction.
I think you knocked him out.
I'm still here. You can literally see
He needs a second. I think he needs a second round.
And let's face it, Cody.
Yeah, even Cody could be considered. Oh, he ran from me. He's like, nope, I see where this is going. Get him, Cody. I'm gonna pet Cody. Let's see if I can. No! Damn it. I lost him. There he is. It's hard to look at the camera. Look at the Cody. Cody, look at the camera. Camera.
He doesn't know where the camera is.
Cody. The camera. This is Cody. He's a weapon of mass cuteness. Attack! You okay?
That go right at his head.
You prick.
What'd I do?
You just threw Cody on my throat and face.
Are you hurt? Hand up. Come on, hand up. All right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's get into more fictional weapons, though, because that's what this whole thing's about. Maybe we'll do the next one on fictional armor. No.
That could be cool. Kill.
Oh, no. I'm not walking around in a tank top that shows off my crotch, okay? Kill is a terrifying anime.
Why not? You might get a lot more women that way.
No, listen. That is an anime designed for two things. T and A. That's it. You can't take that anime series seriously when the transformations into ultra power gets to skimpier and skimpier outfits.
Come on, look at Sailor Moon.
Yeah, but Sailor Moon's powers were a little more devastating, okay? Don't get me wrong, her getting little hair buns and suddenly no one knows who she is one thing, but she has the ability of the fucking moon. She basically drops a moon on you.
Hey.
Mars sets you on fire. I don't know how mercury bubbles hurt you. I'm guessing they're made of acid or something. I mean, ouch.
Hey, anybody ever want to have a scythe that's a sniper rifle?
That's also a weapon for Barubi. Now that weapon... The problem is I've seen multiple people wield it, so I know it's wielded by multiple people. So you've got me there. I can't fight you against that one because, yes, it's been used by multiple people. The sniper rifle from Ruby, it's a gigantic death scythe wannabe that's designed to basically clear-cut everything in its way before opening fire.
Or, since you brought up death, I'm going to bring up another favorite anime of mine, Soul Eater.
Ah. Well, there's a problem with Soul Eater. The weapons aren't wieldable by everybody.
True, but in theory...
In fact, they're also just people that turn into weapons,
Yeah.
so...
But in theory, if you go to school, then you will have your match.
Well, yes, I guess, but everyone has a different weapon.
Right.
So, I mean, that also cuts out what weapon you'd get. You could get a freaking a dustbin, for all you know. I like to transform into things that can clean up garbage. I already hate you. Just hate. All my hate for you. All my hate towards you! Hey, if you want to get technical, what about playing cards?
Gambit.
Gambit.
I mean, well, Gambit he charges with explosives. I'm talking more like weaponized cards, like you see, like the Joker uses. Now, here's the thing: a lot of people have proven that in order for Joker to get a weapon that would be that sharp and that strong, it would also be very heavy. You're talking each one of those cards would probably weigh about 3 pounds, so he wouldn't be able to throw them quite as well. I can't remember who did it. You could look it up though. It's pretty interesting. The guy actually tries to make the cards. If I remember correctly, they end up being like, I think it's like half an inch thick, but he's able to throw them into a door and they just stick into it like nothing. I think he even throws them into a side of an old broken down car and they actually stick into the plastic. So, I mean, you could make them, they just wouldn't be as cool. How about Beyblade? Let them rip! I'm going to attack you with a top! Now, don't get me wrong, in Beyblade, the tops actually house, like, ancient mythical beasts of destruction. But still, it's a fucking top. Ugh. Just, ugh. What about Worms Armageddon?
Oh, speaking of which, I bought Beyblade, so...
Folks, this will be the last episode of Necro Nixon. Please be tuned for the follow-up where we speak about his funeral arrangements.
I got Cody. Don't kill me.
Also, I'm going to be needing a new dog. So if you happen to know any people who are selling free or giving away free dogs, please leave it in our Gmail account at themodersofgaming@gmail.com. Hashtag Necro's going to have a funny-looking tombstone. I'm thinking of making it shaped like a penis.
But he's so cute and lovable. You can destroy this.
Again, this is...
You do not know my background very well, do you? By the way, the lighting on that was perfect. It was really dark, and as I opened up my eyes, the light like glowed on. I was like, yeah, but there's tons and tons of fictional weapons out there. I mean, you could literally go on from days going from one video game series or anime to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. But what do you guys find as good fictional weapons? I mean, what would you want to have us talk about? What is a fictional weapon that you think we missed? Ooh, another one I just thought of. Bomb shoes from Legend of Zelda. A little wind-up remote control mouse bomb that you can drive wherever you want and then it blows up. Or how about the torque bow? Thunk. Boom. Or the, what is it? I think it's called the Brain Eater. It's from Turok. It shoots out this little drone that sticks into a guy's head and they just like basically sucks out all their brains and explodes. I mean, there's tons of them. I'm trying to remember. In Eraser, were they supposed to be using rail guns? Was that the thing that they had? The one that they could see through walls and everything with? Want to look that up real quick? The weapon from Eraser.
Weapon from Eraser.
Yeah, it's a Schwarzenegger movie. At one point, there were bad guys outside that had these scopes so they could like see into the building, and they shot like a beam or something. I can't remember what it was. Speaking of beams,
Silent Productions. Not sure if you remember me, but I came to your house with Esther and my dad Dennis.
Esther and her dad Dennis. Hey, cool. Hey, how you doing? How's it doing, hey? Chat away for us, yeah. What's up, man? Or, no, not man. I can't. My brain hurts right now. What's up?
Our first comment.
Oh, woo! Oh, I'm
Thank you. We appreciate it.
gonna cry a little here.
The EM1 railgun.
That's it, the EM1 railgun. That's the weapon. It's an amazing idea.
Can't forget the lawmaker. Lawgiver.
I can't believe I actually forgot about that from Judge Dredd. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's take a gun and give it everything a freaking military platoon would need. Rocket launcher. Yay! I'm gonna ruin your day. Boom. And then there's like all kinds of like drone-based weaponry.
The Death X launcher.
The Death X launcher. Which one was that from?
Singularity.
I don't remember that.
The E99 guided E99 grenade launcher.
Oh, what about the sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Let's not forget that guy. I cannot remember what it's called right now. Hey, when you're 50 minutes into a video, your mind starts to go, so I'm sorry.
The experimental MIRV launcher.
The MIRV launcher. That was a weapon that was just terrifying to use. Hey, I got an idea. Instead of us making really, really big nukes, let's make them the size of a football. And then we can have them launched. Because that's not going to have any kind of negative effect on the area that hits it.
Why would it?
I don't know. It's
not like they're game destroyers or anything.
And the experimental MIRV, I got a great idea. Let's take the same thing and have them fire, like, 7 at the same time. Because that's just what we need. I mean, the power of a nuke is one thing, but 7? Let's have 7 nukes! How about the freeze gun from Mr. Freeze?
Yeah.
Ice to meet you!
Joker's pistol.
Damn.
Actually, that's based off of an actual pistol. I can't remember what it was. The barrel, it was never mass-produced. But, and of course it wasn't that long either, but I mean, it's based off of an actual, like, really, I think it had like a 2-foot-long barrel. And it was supposedly designed to be a sniper pistol. Oh, man.
The God Killer.
The God Killer? Where's that from?
Drive Angry.
Oh.
Mystic weapon that can not only kill anyone, but destroy their soul in the process.
The problem is it's only wieldable by one person. What else do we have going on here, weapon-wise? Hey, here's a weapon for you. Every episode of BattleBots.
True.
Any one of those things could be mass-produced into the world's most dangerous killing machine. And just cut somebody. Also, at this exact moment, I'd like to take a time to make a good shout-out to Silent Productions. They have made it an honor, and I am cherishing it, that they are the very first person to actually comment on one of our videos. Or one of our live streams. So, Silent Productions, here's a shout-out to you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, well, appreciate you. Maybe if they take us out to dinner a few times, I might feel love to them. I mean, I don't want to go so far, man. I just met. Don't want to make myself look like a whore like you.
You are a whore.
I'm a hua. Get it right.
It's the same fucking thing.
Now, here's one for you that's kind of strange, because the idea of it is awesome, but I don't know if it would be considered wieldable yet, but it's a theoretical wieldable. In Metal Gear Solid 2, you're introduced to the Metal Gear Ray.
Yes.
Which is basically an amphibious Metal Gear. Now, one of its weapons is it takes water, highly pressurizes it, and fires it like a laser, and it can cut through things. Now, we use water to cut through steel and iron and titanium all the time, so it's possible. Now, I understand that, of course, it's the Metal Gear, so it's a big, giant, hulking creature.
Yeah.
But it also uses rockets and railguns, which are things that we've also seen being wieldable as handheld weapons. So, is it possible? Yes. Would I want it? Yes! I also want the Dubstep Gun, or the Bass Cannon!
Drop the bass.
If you guys need to know, I am not a brony at all. And in fact, I find My Little Pony to be insufferable. But there is an animation. You can look it up. I believe it's called Octavia and Scratch or Sniff or whatever the hell her name is. It's a My Little Pony joke comic online on YouTube. And it basically talks about one of the ponies, Vinyl Scratch, that's her name. And she saves the world. She rolls out this big box in front of this big, ugly dragon-looking thing. And basically she hits a button, it turns into this gigantic sound cannon. In case you guys don't know, I find sound to be one of the greatest things in the world next to green energy. In fact, if I were ever a superhero, I'd probably be a sound-based superhero that'd be run on green energy. So if you see some guy named Mellow Yellow or something, you know it's me. We could go further into it, but the truth is that the best thing about fictional weapons is that not a lot of people ever say to themselves, hey, this could be a real weapon. But there are some out there that are just terrifying. For instance, the experimental MIRV. In a world where we're making cell phones and computers smaller and smaller and tinier, what's to say that we don't use a frickin' nuke?
Yeah.
Let's take a gigantic nuke and then shrink it to the size of a football. That's scary. What about a gun that shrinks your size? The Shrink Ray from Duke Nukem.
Yep.
A gun that sprays you in acid and melts you. The Bio Spitter. I mean, they're everywhere. But I'm just saying that I think we need to step it up, folks. I think the fictional weapons need to get weirder. I do. I think we need weapons that get even weirder than that. I need weaponized books. All right? I need flags that shoot lasers. I need T-shirts that attack people for you. Heaters that shoot out beams of ice. Laundromats that cook you alive. I need this kind of stuff. Because right now, I'm starting to run out of things to cheer for. I really am. I mean, how many times have blades and bullets been redone and redone again?
True.
Yeah.
I need a chicken launcher, okay? I need a weapon that you load an egg into and it fires a full-grown chicken out the other side. Alright? Somebody work on this for me. I need a gun that's modular, but it's modular like a Lego kit would be. You know, not that I pop it off, that I actually have to build the module onto it. I need stuff like that. I need animes to go from skimpy clothing to clothing that attacks for you. All right, I want a dress that the dress on itself pops off like a blade and just chases after people. I want gloves that will strangle somebody for you. I need this. I need something different. We have gone through the series, we've gone through video games, we've gone through comic books. I need more. If I could, I'd like to be a guy that just goes around and collects all the weapons in video games and anime and see what happens after I'm done collecting all of them. But thank goodness I'm not that guy. And thank goodness I'll never be that guy. But folks, it's that time again for us to end the episode. So, in conclusion, my favorite fictional weapon of all time is the SCD 2000 or the Dubstep Gun. Your choice. I like them both. Necro?
Oh, yeah, I have to go with the All-American or the Dubstep Gun.
Jared?
I'd probably have to say the Zorg ZG1.
All right. Well, folks, next week at 1900, 7 o'clock, if you can't tell time properly, we'll be doing yet another one of these live streams. What will the topic be?
Again, put your suggestions in the comments.
Yep, and if you don't put any suggestions down there, I'll just have to pick something for us. And it will be terrifying. Perhaps it would be, how much cottage cheese can Necro Nick eat?
No!
And we'll do it live on camera.
Live. And afterwards, Juggernaut Jared will try to beat the record.
I hate
Oh
cottage
my
cheese.
cow.
Oh, so do I. But until next time, folks, I'm KaijuK.
I'm Necro Nick.
I'm Juggernaut Jared.
We are TMOG. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in the future. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Later.